everything that we want to achieve might change, goals might change, but it will be so much more fulfilling because what we're doing is authentic to us. It's who we are. It's who we have always been. In 2025, I will be making a massive stand against hustle culture. This is something I used to glorify, something that I got a little bit seduced by, of needing to do things to make myself feel good about myself, of working harder, doing more, producing more, chasing success in the future. This is something that I believe is driving our world absolutely mad. Because when have we actually arrived at a place where we'll be like, okay, I have enough. I am enough. By doing more, by working harder, right? That never comes. That sense of being okay as we are never comes by working harder. Sure, we might build businesses and we might find success in the world, but this, at least in my experience, always comes at a cost that something is always missing. I feel like I'm not enough as I am, and I need to prove myself worthy to myself and the world by achieving things, by working harder, putting in more hours, torturing myself. It's supposed to be hard work. You need to work hard, right? Making money is difficult, right? All of these things, they are of the past. They are of the past paradigm, the old paradigm that we are shifting out of. And this is something that I think is plaguing the world at the moment. It's seducing men and it's seducing women as well. And it's making us feel like the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. There's always something I need to do, and there's always somewhere else I need to get to. Always chasing something. And this keeps us stuck in a state of survival. And if you look at the world, all the world leaders, they go to war against each other and they think that they have everything under control and whatever. This behavior is fueling them as well, that there's somewhere else we need to get to, that productivity and technology and everything has to evolve more. We need to attain more technology, more fame, more power, more money, everything. And it's keeping us stuck in this state of survival, that what we have right here, right now, is not enough. But it will be enough in the future once we have built more and attained more. It's never gonna happen. It's driving ourselves and the world and the planet mad by doing this all the time. And I used to be seduced by this as well. I used to think that this is where the glory lies. This is where happiness lies. Whenever I'm seen a certain way, whenever I'm seen as a high achiever or someone that is doing a lot of work or that is achieving a lot of things or challenging himself, then I will be recognized and I will be validated and I don't have to feel like something is missing all the time. But I was blinded by this needing to do all the time. So as soon as I lay down and to have a rest, I was like, don't do this, you need to work, you need to go to the gym, you need to do something, you need to be productive. But what I have found is that I'm more productive than ever when I do less. When I let go of the need to become something or to find something in the future, when I totally surrender that, all of a sudden, that which I'm looking for in the world, a sense of okayness, starts to arise effortlessly, and it raises my vibe, let's say. It increases the sense of capability, of love for myself, of freedom, of peace. And for some reason, whenever I have these sensations in my body, these sensations, by the way, which I'm looking for, a sense of okayness, a sense of peace, a sense of freedom in the world by trying to achieve things, when I have these sensations completely effortlessly, by surrendering that, all of a sudden I seem to manifest and create and achieve everything I want effortlessly, because I'm not expecting myself to feel a certain way by attaining some outcome in the future. And this is the most interesting paradox I've ever discovered for myself in my life, that once I drop the need to work hard to achieve things that I want, once I let go of that completely, all the things that I want, they tend to become mine without me even needing them or wanting them in the first place, because I'm fine as I am. I already have that which I'm seeking. I'm seeking a sense of enoughness or worthiness or peace or whatever, a sense of being okay on the inside. But I have done so by working harder, by doing more, by thinking that there's somewhere I need to go or something I need to do to achieve that sort of sense of being okay. So the surrendering of the hustle culture, of the letting go of the struggle, of the working hard, of the needing to be something or become something, that has turned out to become the best gift I've ever given myself. And I used to be absolutely terrified of giving this up. Because if we have been identified with doing or needing to put in effort and trying and struggling and working harder and attaining money and success is difficult, of course, resting then or giving that up is going to be scary, because we think that if I rest here, if I learn to just be as I am, what's going to happen then? I'm just going to lay down on the couch and eat potato chips every day and not do anything? No, it's not that. It's just that we stop expecting ourselves to be a certain way. We no longer have to live up to our own expectations. We're no longer chasing the ideal version of ourselves, because we are that. We are the goal that we have been chasing in the world. We learn to see that. But learning to see that is going to be scary, because, like I said, giving up the old paradigm is everything we have always known. So giving that up, of course, is going to be scary. But it's also going to give us everything that we have always wanted. But maybe, perhaps that implies that we have to face everything that we don't want to face. Something that we have been running from in the pursuit of success, of hustle culture, of making ourselves a name in the world, trying to be more famous or more powerful or more influential or whatever. But these things will never give us what we're seeking, a sense of complete fulfillment and okayness and enough as we are, which we find when we learn to not do anything. When we learn to give up the seeking aspect of the mind, the activity in our mind or the mechanism in our mind that is constantly wanting to solve something, do something, seek something, improve something, when we realize that these things are just thoughts that have been controlling us, driving us mad, creating all the struggle, all the tension, all the turmoil, all the suffering, when we realize that these thoughts is not who we are, it's just thoughts that we have been identified with, perhaps being installed by parents or by culture or by upbringing or in school, having to measure up and be great in school because that was the only way. We're being measured against ourselves, against each other and everything. Like, all of these things are of the old world and they are dying. And so this need of, or this desire to always be somewhere else than here in the now is what is going to die. And what is going to be taking birth out of that is a complete fulfillment and okayness exactly as we are. And out of that, there will be a full, authentic, creative superpower taking birth. And we will find that what we have been seeking is the most intimate parts of ourselves that we can possibly imagine. Nothing is more intimate than this, what I'm talking about. The sense of being I, the sense of myself. Nobody has that. Nobody has the exact same sense of being me. But we all have that, and we all share that. We all are that sense of I, that most intimate parts of ourselves that nobody else has, the sense of I in you as well. Nobody else has that, but we all share that, which means that we all have it at the same time, which is a really beautiful paradox. So, thinking that there's something we need to do, something we need to get to, even waking up, there's something I need to do to wake up more in the future, it implies that there's somewhere to go, somewhere to get. It's still being in the old paradigm, being stuck in this hustle culture type of thing, that we need to move somewhere. But the answers to waking up more is always here, always now. That which is arising here is it. All the sensations in your body, all thoughts, all emotions that arises, whatever you hear outside, whatever you taste, whatever you smell, whatever you feel, your breath, everything happens now. And if you're waking up, if you have been waking up for a while, you will recognize this, that nothing has ever happened outside of the now, ever. But it's been plaguing us that whenever a thought arises in the now that says something about a worst case scenario happening in the future, catastrophizing, we believe that we need to do something to avoid this thing from happening, because we believe that that will happen in the future. But that vision of us believing and fantasizing about the future happens now as well. And being stuck in hustle culture, or believing that we need more success, more fame, and attaining more things or goals, being stuck in this is obviously fueled by this sensation that now is not enough. Now is not enough, but once I have worked hard enough, I will be enough, or it will be enough, the now will be enough in the future. But that is a vision of, it's an illusion, it's a fantasy of a potential future happening now, that we get we're blinded to seeing that. We cannot see that that is happening now because we're stuck in this illusion about the future. And this is what we need to move away from. As a society, as a civilization, as a planet, we need to recognize that tomorrow is not going to be better than today. Today feels bad because we have all of this pain that has happened in the past, happening now, but in the past, that was so terrible and so terrifying for us that we took refuge in the mind, saying that I'm never going to allow myself to feel whatever these things made me feel like. So all this pain that we have built up in the past, happening now, but in the past, once we become more present and aware of the present moment, being in the now, all of those things that we have denied in ourselves, all the past pain, will start to come up. Because once we learn to be present here in the now again, where we experienced all the past pain, that will come up, of course, so that we can feel that in the now, so that we can let go of that in the now, so that we can learn to thrive in the now, so we don't have to chase things, illusions in the future, believing that the future is better than today, because we have all of this pain here stuck in the system that we get reminded of all the time. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope you understand what I'm saying here, that accumulated pain from the past that happened now, then, is still present in our nervous system, making us feel like we are not enough now, so that we have to move to a future that is better because we have all this pain. But once we have achieved everything, I don't have to feel this pain. But how are things in the future supposed to take away past pain that we are resisting, that we are trying to cut out from our life, that we don't want to feel? Of course, the answer lies in learning to let go of resistance towards pain altogether, and all of the strife in the future and thinking that the future is gonna be worse or better or whatever. Those things will naturally start to fall off because we realize that all of these things are just thoughts happening now as well. There's nothing I need to do. There's nowhere I need to go. There's nowhere I can go. I am always gonna be stuck here and now. Always. I've always been here and now, and I will never be anywhere else than here and now. Might as well just make myself as comfortable as I can in the now by learning to not resist what is arising, or learning to not chase or cling to whatever is arising. If there's pain, okay. If there's pleasure, okay. I'll be fine with either. Fact is that all of these things that I'm feeling that is making me uncomfortable, I've felt 1,000 times before, but every time I'm resisting them as if it's the first time I feel them. I seem to forget what I'm doing when I'm stuck in the mind, when I don't want to embrace and learn to be here now in the present moment. So my predictions of 2025 and going forward is that more people will start waking up to this, that hustle culture is dead, it's dying. It's not about working hard, it's not about making something or doing something difficult at all. It's about learning to let go of resistance, to find the deepest sense of I, to find this creative, authentic superpower, the divine spark in all of us, which is unique to all of us. We all have this, but it's unique in a sense that whatever is coming forward from this authentic creativity is unique to the character, to the person that we are. And all of this will start to flourish when we learn to be present. So everything that we want to achieve might change, goals might change, but it will be so much more fulfilling because what we're doing is authentic to us. It's who we are. It's who we have always been. We're no longer trying to chase a purpose or meaning in the future somewhere or comparing ourselves to others, because we are that which we have been seeking all along. We are the goal. We are the journey and the destination all at once. If you're interested in coaching, if you're interested in diving deeper into these things that I'm talking about, to learn to let go of resistance, to find more fulfillment in everyday life, regardless of life circumstances, then click the first link in my description. That's my coaching. We can have a chat, see if we want to work together. Subscribe if you want to, like and comment as well. I read every comment and I want to hear your story as well. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.